Welcome back to class, everybody. Please pardon my workout gear. We are in this unit 4 of the course, which is all about transoceanic connections during the blue periodization. This is our main map, and we are talking about all these things moving around the world for the first time during 1450 to 1750. Okay, we already talked about things like the Columbian Exchange, the movement of smallpox and corn and potatoes. Next week, we're going to talk about the movement of enslaved Africans and the movement of silver around the world. But today, what we're going to do is build off the Columbian Exchange idea and zoom in on this part of the world and what it looked like during 1450 to 1750. And this part of the world was governed by the Spanish Empire. Now, in yesterday's lesson, we learned that Spain held a ton of power over this region. We talked about things like their social structure based on race. We talked about their king who claimed power from God. We talked about this painting here called colonial domination and all the ways that the Spanish exercised power over the Native Americans. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to complexify that story because I don't think it's a good history story to tell to just have these Spanish people being able to do whatever they want. That's not the story that I want to emerge with. I want to realize that these people in these images had a lot more power, more agency in their story than we described yesterday. So today what we're going to talk about is how Spain didn't have all the power in this story and a lot of other groups had the power. To start our conversation, I want to create a pretend empire, okay? And I want Darwin in my sixth period class to be our emperor of the Darwinian empire. So I'm going to read a little prompt, and then I'm going to ask you to think about the prompt for a minute. Okay? So here we go. Darwin Restrepo is in the process of building an empire. He is conquering New York City and forcing everyone to bend to his will through a combination of religious indoctrination, labor systems, taxation, and military power. Darwin is seeking to extend control over the 5 boroughs and become emperor of New York. But extending power, or as historians call it, consolidating hegemony, is not always an easy process. And Darwin is not the only character in this story. Other individuals and groups have agency, the ability to act and not to simply be victims in this process. Brainstorm what are 3 or more obstacles that Darwin might face to his empire building. Okay? And for us in the AP conference, I'm going to ask everybody to take a minute and brainstorm what are some different obstacles that Darwin might face.